Hey everyone, it's Angie, your independent Scentsy consultant. I'm not sure if I'm only hearable through my headphones still, so I'm just gonna do that so that hopefully my audio is not disturbed. I have been steadily warming through all of the Bring Back My bars, and I'm not completely done. However, I'm about to leave for the beach for a week, and I did not want to miss out on telling you guys about these bars while they're still available. So I'm going to tell you what I thought, and then I'm going to tell you whether or not I'm going to add them to my Scentsy club, whether or not they're club worthy. So I just want you to have all the information necessary in case you want to purchase or add these to your club. Again, the Bring Back My bars are so cute. They come with these little stickers, and they've got the original artwork as opposed to like the Bring Back My bar packaging. So this one is Blue Hyacinth, and the scent description: florals from heaven, pure blue hyacinth is all about the flower power. I rank this a 6 out of 10 on cold and probably a 5 out of 10 warm. So the reason that this went down warm is because, unlike most florals, this one is not super strong while warming. By the way, it's really, really hot, so I'm having some Crystal Light. It's so good. Very refreshing. It's like raspberry lemonade or something. So if I'm going to do a floral, and I'm not the biggest floral fan, if I'm gonna choose a floral, then I want it to be a powerhouse. There are powerhouse florals in this collection, and I did really enjoy them. Blue Hyacinth, to me, was not one of them. So this one is not club worthy. Okay, next up, I have 4 cubes left of Candy Crave, which means I used it in my kitchen because otherwise I always use a full bar. Just the sweet stuff: raspberry sorbet, cotton candy, and fluffy marshmallow. Okay, so on cold, I ranked this a 4 out of 10. Warming, probably a 3. I can't really smell it warming that well. It's kind of perfumey. It's like perfumey cotton candy, perfumey creamy cotton candy to me. It's not great. I could see this being a great like body care product. Like I know they sell it in the body wash. It would probably be really good in that. It does have that perfumey note. And to me, that one was really, really, really light. And so I didn't necessarily think that I needed that kind of lightness in my life. I don't see the bar, but I did warm it. Coffee Tree. And the scent description of Coffee Tree: bold and sophisticated, wake up to the rich aroma of freshly roasted coffee beans. I did decide that that was club worthy. There aren't any other bold, strong coffee scents available, so I decided that I did want that in my club. Okay, this one was a surprise to me, and I think it is club worthy. I think I'm actually gonna make a note of it right now before I forget. French Kiss. Did not think that this was going to be a thing for me. Okay, French Kiss. Sweet fig, tenderly caressed by coconut pulp, exotic cedar, and caramel. Okay, so I get the fig and the cedar, and it's a really earthy, kind of rich, seductive kind of blend. I really like it. Really, really like it. So that is definitely on the list of being a contender for Scentsy Club. Okay, where's the next one? I'm like missing some. Here it is. Fresh Cut Daisies. Surprise, surprise. This is a powerhouse. All right. A meadow awash in summer blooms, freshly cut grass, and clover with daisies, buttercups, and ivies. Okay, so on cold, I gave it a 5 out of 10. Didn't love it. Wasn't sure about all that. Very floral. When it's warming, it comes to life. It is bright. It is bold. This is a scent that you could put in a spring morning and open all your windows and clean your house. Look at the artwork on this too. I love the flower. Open up your windows. Your whole neighborhood will smell like flowers. It's beautiful. It's bold. It's strong. And it's got enough of those green floor, or like the green grass notes, to kind of cut down some of that like flowery, powdery stuff. Like it has enough greenness to it that it's like a little bit better than I expected. So that is Fresh Cut Daisies. Okay, next, Kahiko Hula. I am considering adding this to my club. This is potentially club worthy. Say Aloha with exotic passion fruit, mango, and papaya. So I give it a 3 out of 10 on cold, but on warm, it kind of lightened, it kind of became more interesting. I could kind of smell the tropical fruits. So I definitely liked it better warming than I did on cold. So I'm hoping that, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, this one. Loved, loved, loved. Lemon Thyme Berry. Sparkling lemonade and strawberry sprinkled with crushed thyme. So on cold, I would give it an 8 out of 10. I get the lemon, I get the berry, I get the sparkling fizziness of it. Really, really, really like this one. It's not so much a thyme as it is like a freshness. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. All right, did I do Lucky in Love? I may not have warmed that one yet. Okay, I don't have that one yet. All right, cool. My Wish. I do have that. My Wish. A confection of earthy fig, sweet violet, and playful marshmallow will have you wishing for more. Okay, so on cold, I gave it a 6 out of 10. I warmed it in my bedroom. It was nothing exciting. I was kind of like, meh, whatevs. So I will not be adding that one to my Scentsy Club, unfortunately. Ocean. Cool and refreshing aquatic notes deepened with water lilies and ocean breezes. Okay, on cold, 7 out of 10. Really good. It's strong in the clamshell. Warming, 6 out of 10. Not as strong as it seemed like it should be or would be. It's soapy and good. It's like a soapy aquatic. Like it smells clean. It makes your house smell clean. It's good, but it's lighter and not as amazing as it seemed like it should be. I don't have one here because I have warmed it before, but Oodles of Orange. Kids will love this sweet citrusy scent, punched up by fresh pineapple, crisp papaya, mango blossom, and ripe bunches of tropical berries. Yum. Oodles of Orange is amazing. In fact, I'm thinking about replacing, I have grapefruit orange in my Scentsy Club right now. I'm thinking about replacing it with Oodles of Orange. So we'll see what happens when I do my big Scentsy Club reboot before the end of the month, because I have got to add some of these scents to my Scentsy Club. Palo Santo. Charred cedar bark and teak are the ultimate dreamboat blend. All right, so I gave this a 0 out of 10 on cold. I gave it a 0 out of 10 on warm. I couldn't really smell it, and I was glad that I couldn't really smell it. I put this entire bar, all 8 cubes, in my downstairs area. In theory, one should be able to smell an entire bar of wax over the course of this smaller area. Nothing. Couldn't smell. If I put my nose right in the warmer, I could kind of smell something that smelled like burning wood, but really couldn't smell it. So I was like, that is fantastic. Okay. Strawberry Swirl. Blissfully sweet and creamy. Strawberry Swirl whips together frozen strawberry, frothy milk, and vanilla. On cold, I rated this a 2 out of 10. It smells milky. It smells like, remember Cookies for Santa at Christmas time? And it had that milk smell. I don't like milk smell. This smells milky on cold, and I was like, ugh. I mean, it straight up says it in the description. It says it's got frothy milk. I don't like it. I don't like it in there. However, when I warmed it, it smelled So different. So I warmed it twice. I warmed a half of a bar in my kitchen, and I was shocked. Once it melted, it completely transformed into, like, in here, it smells like strawberry yogurt, kind of. It's got like that weird, like, acrid milk, weird component. In the warmer, it smells like an authentic strawberry, as opposed to like a candied strawberry. It smells like real, fresh strawberries, and it smells amazing. So I was shocked by this one. This one might be actually club worthy. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about it because it was so gross on cold, like so repulsive. And then I warmed it, and I was like, well, wouldn't you know? It was good. Okay, so I can see why people voted it back. Next is Summer Soleil. It's a really pretty artwork. Pineapple and coconut milk, top fluffy vanilla marshmallow. Okay, so on cold, I give it an 8 out of 10. On warm, I give it a 6 out of 10. So in the clamshell, it smells really, really good. It's pineapple, coconut, and marshmallow. Like, what's not to love? It's like a very, very sweet pina colada. However, it's real, real light, and I couldn't smell it. There was literally nothing going on there. So unfortunately, it's a no-go for me. I didn't think that I had warmed this, but I apparently have. Spring forward. If sunshine had a scent, this would be this burst, of Italian bergamot, raspberry jam, and cedarwood. Okay, so on cold, it was a 6 out of 10. And on warm, it was a 6 out of 10. It's mild, it's slightly musky, medium strength and throw. So it was just like middle of the road. Just plain old, a scent. Next is Sweet Pea and Vanilla. I did this upstairs in the bedrooms. Ambiance of raspberries and sweet pea petals with vanilla. On cold, I would give it a 7 out of 10. It smells really, really great. On warm, I'd probably give it still a 7 out of 10. It's medium, it's pretty light, and it's pretty juicy. Like, there's a lot of like oily scent residue in the bottom of the clamshell. So I don't know if that's why it was lighter. I wish it was a little stronger. The next one is Watermelon Patch. I have not warmed it yet. It's definitely club worthy though. It's just sweet vine ripened watermelon. Another one that I have not warmed yet is White Tea and Cactus, a clean, crisp, refreshing floral mix with green notes. That one I'm considering adding to my club. I don't know. I remember when it was here before and I liked it, so it's hard because it's an older scent and part of it is nostalgia for me. All right, so this one, Wild Black Cherry. This one was shocking. Okay, so the scent description is a sweet and juicy black cherry, like an old-fashioned black cherry soda. And that's exactly what it smells like. It smells like straight up black cherry. I put it in my warmers. First of all, it's strong, like real strong, like takes over the whole house strong. That's awesome. Love it. So Christy and Ava had been out. I think they were driving because Ava's got her learner's permit. So they're practicing their driving. And they come home and they're like, what is that smell? And it was black cherry. And they both were like, oh my God, I love this. So now I have to put it in my Scentsy Club because like literally it's so good, but also they love it. Like, okay, so next, Jet Set Go. Jet off to a balmy tropical paradise of Brazilian orange, jungle papaya, and island vanilla. Okay, so this one on cold, I gave it a 3 out of 10. I don't love it. It's not, it's weak. It's not very strong. It's, it's got pretty packaging, but it's just, it's not exciting. It's not exciting. I don't know. I just don't love it. Okay, next up, Love Story. Innocent Pink Jasmine and Sensual Amber, embraced by luscious dark chocolate. On cold, I gave this a 6 out of 10. I still kind of feel that way about it. It's nothing exciting. It doesn't smell like chocolate. There's no chocolate in there. It's a lot of that jasmine, and I think that that's why I don't love it. The only kind of redeeming quality it has is that amber, but I still feel like the amber can't really overtake that jasmine. It's just nothing great. It's kind of like a muted jasmine scent. Next up, okay, I had a hard time even warming this. I did warm through 4 cubes. So this one is Personal, the old mulberry bush, and I am going to add it to my club because I have to. But this one, Scentsy describes it as sweet mulberries accented with bittersweet orange peels. This was my Sarah's favorite. For me, cold appeal is like a 6 out of 10. I don't love the scent. She did. However, warming it was good. It smelled like Kool-Aid to me. But it also brought back a lot of memories about Sarah's room. Sarah had Scentsy warmers, and she warmed mulberry bush a lot. So, anyway, this is Sarah's favorite mulberry bush. And again, I got through 4 cubes of it. So, I warmed it in the kitchen, and it was emotional for me. And so yeah, so I'm gonna add it to my Scentsy club. It's here, and it's good. It's just, you know, a big scent memory. Next up, Rockin' Ruby Raz. This one was in my Scentsy club. When I saw that it was coming back, I removed it. I probably will add it back in because it is really a great scent. Kids' birthday parties and punch bowls and presents piled high, this fruity blend of juicy orange, fresh strawberry, and sweet candy glaze is a child's best day, all wrapped up in one perfect fragrance. Yeah. On cold, I give it a 9 out of 10. It smells like a happy fruit punch. It is fruity and delicious, but it's not like authentic fruit. It's like candied fruit. Fruit candy. Warm, I gave it an 8 out of 10. It doesn't last a super long time. It's there, and then it disappears on you. But it is so good while it's going. Like when it's going and it's full blast, and yeah, it's so good. So that is Rockin' Ruby Raz. And last but not least, Watermelon Mint. I warmed through a whole entire bar of this. A chilled slice of sweet watermelon, sprinkled with bracing fresh mint, makes a refreshing summer treat. On cold, I gave it a 7 out of 10, and on warm, I gave it an 8 out of 10. I really like it. I really like the freshness that the mint adds. It is a candied sweet watermelon. I feel like it's a little bit more authentic than Watermelon Patch, but I think that's the mint. I think that they're basically the same watermelon. It's just that this one has something added to it, which is why I'm adding Watermelon Patch to my Scentsy club and not Watermelon Mint. I think that I would prefer to be able to do my own mixing. Watermelon Patch is just candied watermelon. I'm gonna add, you know, whatever I want to that. So I can do, you know, all kinds of fun things. I could mix a Watermelon Mint with an Oodles of Orange, and I think that would be really, or Watermelon Patch, I mean, with Oodles of Orange, and that would be really fun. A lot of these would mix really well. I think Watermelon Patch with Mulberry Bush would probably smell pretty interesting. Yeah, Watermelon Patch with Lemon Thyme Berry. That would probably be really, really good too. So there's a lot of really good options as far as mixing is concerned with the Bring Back My Bars. I would love to know what you guys have been warming, and if you've warmed through any of the Bring Back My Bars. Also, are you planning on adding any to your Scentsy club? Do you have favorites that you have just like fallen in love with? We are leaving on Sunday for the beach. I'm trying to figure out what I did with my Scentsy Go. It's got to be around here somewhere, right? Yeah, so got to get all of my Scentsy stuff together. Believe me, Scentsy will be joining me. I can't go away and not have the beach house smelling good, because, you know, that would just be unacceptable. So I gotta figure that out. And anyway, I will let you know what I decide to do and warm at the beach, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.